Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. I'm so impressed you guys have made it this long. You guys have been such an incredible inspiration to all of us. And we just really appreciate being the great example that you guys have been. It's a long time. It's a long time. How long has it been? It's gotta be at least 20 years, 25 years. I'm 40. Hey, how long's it been? No. No. Anyways, it's been a long time. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. Congratulations.
50. Sorry.
How many?
50.
Okay, I'll give 50. Putting a loan on it.
50, babe.
Okay, Paul. It's 50 years, okay? Just get out of here already.
But I was...
It's 50 years. Come on, you got it. 50 years?
It's fine. It's
Just
fine. I'll
get
go.
Tell
I'll
me
go.
get out of here.
I'm gone. I'm out of here. Doesn't make any sense. How can it be? I gotta get to the bottom of this. It's time to get some answers around here. There's no way they've been married 50 years. It just doesn't make any sense. The math isn't there. I'm gonna get working on some truth, get some facts, get some data. I think I know just where to start. This is perfect. It's just pulling up. Hey, bro. What are you doing, bro?
What's up, man? What's going on?
How are you?
Good. What's happening?
Hey, I'm just trying to put some facts together here. Have you heard about Mom and Dad's anniversary?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, there's some wild stuff going on, saying they've been married like 50 or 60 years, I mean, it's wild, right?
Yeah, it's their 50th, bro. We talked about this.
I mean, they haven't actually married for 50 years. Like, it's impossible.
Man, it's been 50 years. We've talked about this, man. I got a call. I got to take the
Cite
call.
your source.
Yeah, no.
Cite your
We
source.
already talked about this. Get out of here.
That guy's an idiot. Damn it, Mark, I need answers!
This is just MLS. Sorry. Do you want to buy a house or not?
Are these even my brothers? Can you believe they're talking to me like that?
You say that again, and we're not brothers. Once.
Sometimes I feel like you're the only one that's listening to me. And I really need to get some good information here, because nobody's listening. I mean, so like, what do you think? Sienna? You know, I could really use your help with this. I could, all right. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. Yeah, no, I know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Gotta keep going. Luckily, I got another plan. When you want to get to the truth, you gotta go to the source. And that's where we're headed right now.
What, the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Hey, Allie. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Hey, do you have a second? Okay, but just real quick. So, listen, I've been wondering.
50. It's 50.
Well,
1, 2, 50.
Okay, but I didn't even ask the question. Okay, well, thanks a lot. I mean, you're not even. She works for the news. I thought she'd know. It's fake news, Allie. Fake news. it's like I know what I'm doing is right. It's gotta be right. It's gotta be right. It's gotta be right.
And what else? Like, how does it make you feel?
Well, I mean, how does it make you feel? I mean, it's uncomfortable, right? Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I mean, I'm totally comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what I mean. I don't mind. I'll go through it. You know.
Totally.
I'm gonna get answers here. You know. I mean, you get it, right?
Totally.
You get it. I mean, like, you understand what I'm talking about here, right? Mm-hmm. There's
Totally.
no way it's 50 years.
But I mean, like, how does it make you feel?
Well, I mean, I just told you how it makes me feel. It's uncomfortable.
Like, but what does that feel like?
Are you? What are you doing?
What? Nothing. I'm listening to you. God.
I gotta go. Hey, Polly. How do you think this video's going so far?
50-50.
Brenda, how was your dinner?
Boy, I am 50.
Oh, this is 50.
Can you pass the 50?
Can you pass the 50 on to me?
Ooh, 50.
This is a 50 dinner.
It's like the world's trying to tell me something.
It's not a 50, Mom.
What could it be?
50!
Jesus.
50. Effort was one.
Problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is
Dang, Twilight, how many books are you gonna read tonight?
logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle.
Do you know what this means?
50 years. What does it mean? First impressions with Bill and Jean. Aviator glasses, real estate classes. Sideburns and bell-bottoms for the masses. All girls, no girls moved to Thailand. Luttons, Henrys, and other McGuires as close friends. Survive a war and move across country. Cows and hills and the famous nut tree. Hot tub parties, real estate functions, charity gigs, and countless luncheons. A beautiful baby girl into late night walks. 3 boys to follow, big shoes, stinky socks. Local immersion, laid back conversion, with the occasional East Coast retro version. Lordy, Lordy, Deb is 40. Lordy, Lordy, who drank all these 40s and who threw them down the hill? Smarten up! Smoking in bars, smoking in daycares, smoking in cars, nobody cares. Carpools, tennis, DeBevics, Thompsons. Radathon, Rotary, development ransoms. Good grades, bad grades, wins and losses. Hairspray, eye rolls, spaghetti sauces. Carsons, Penzas, Hearns and Swanks. Holes in one, and countless shanks. Remodels, refis, real estate booms. Just like that, another shy sun blooms. Glenbrook, Aptos, family expanding. Open invitation, space notwithstanding. Aunt Christine moves down the street. Those guardian angels never miss a beat. Always there in the nick of time, reminding us to cocktail, not always wine. Late night conversations, flexible to the variations. Loved ones pass, sensing limitations. Weddings, wakes, walkthroughs, and waterbeds. Foreign exchange students, things that your daughter said. Milkshakes, Eggos, sugarless cereals, nightmares, sneakouts, functional materials. Children finally leave and they all come back. Some live on your street, some still giving flack. Grandkids, health scares, charity crooks, family business, apple pear bear books. Limitless advice, comfort, affection, always steering the ship in the right direction. Dream big, take it easy, think it through, not a chance. Those offspring of yours, always dancing the dance. A full life lived, but not done yet. 50 more years, no sweat. Happy anniversary, you two. We love you.
probably the most important production I've ever done. I mean, the acting was shit. But what you gonna do about it? Any more questions?
Mom and Dad, 50 years? That is incredible. I'm so proud of you guys. I just wanted to leave a quick message, short and sweet like me, especially considering Paul created a 3-hour feature film that is longer than Braveheart. And Mark hired a famous DJ to produce a music video for you. So, I just wanted to say a couple things. One, congratulations, 50 years is just an incredible feat. Most people will never ever achieve a goal like that. It takes resilience, it takes patience, and I just can't believe it. I love you guys, and I'm so happy that you've made it this far. And secondly, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your 50 years of marriage. It's we're celebrating the 50th year, but it's really a celebration of the first year and every year in between, because that is really what laid the foundation for our family, and it's created a blueprint for us kids to follow with our own significant others. So thank you for that. It reminds me how lucky I am, how fortunate I've been through my life. And that's really a testament to your love for each other, your values, and your commitment to one another. I'm just very blessed to have seen that growing up, and the exposure to that is really, I feel, what molded me into the person I am today. You know, I get asked a lot, especially in my line of work, where you have to stay pretty motivated and you have to wake up every day and just give it your all. And people ask me, you know, what's your why, or why do you work so hard, or what motivates you each and every day? You know, it's more than just not wanting to let you down. Obviously, I've let you down plenty of times, and that hasn't bothered me too much in the past, but the reason I work so hard is I feel an intense obligation to pay it forward. I feel like I was given every opportunity in the world. I feel like I had the best childhood in the world, and that is mostly in part because of your marriage, your relationship, and you know, the childhood you were able to afford me. So I will continue to do my best to pay you back by paying it forward. And I love you guys. And next up, you will see Drunk Tom tell his favorite story about the two of you golfing. Love you guys.
A few minutes later.
I've told this story a few times, and I hope it doesn't get old, but this is, bar none, the best time I've ever had with Mom and Dad. So, let me go down. So we're at Green Tree. We're at the 9th hole. And Mom pulls out her driver, Dad pulls out his driver. And I'm about 10 years old. So, I'm still new at the game, but you know, I'm learning as I go. And Mom steps up and she just smokes this drive like perfectly down the middle, probably 190, 200 yards. My dad steps up, smokes one, probably two, 210, you know, he's an old man still at the end of the day. And then I step up and I'm like, all right, I'm 10 years old. And I'm like, I'm gonna smoke these. So I step over to the tee box. It's a red tee. I'm 10 years old. Give me a break. Give me a little waggle. And I just smoke. Boom. The best drive I've ever seen in my entire life. And it goes right down the middle, lands right past my mom and dad's ball, and just rolls another 10, 15, 20 yards. It's the longest drive I've ever hit in my life. And I'm 10 years old. And I'm like, I just smoked. I just smoked the whole family. The whole family's going down. I just smoked this drive. And I look back at my dad and I'm like, you know, he's giving me a thumbs up. And I look at my mom and she just looks back and she goes, you son of a bitch. And if anyone knows my mom, she knows that she doesn't cuss much. So I'm like walking on. I'm walking around going, you son of a bitch. And I look at my dad, I'm like, I think she just called me a son of a bitch. And he's like, yeah, she just called you a son of a bitch. I'm like, so either she's a bitch or you got some explaining to do.
Hey, Deb and Paul. We were just thinking about February 7th, 1971. And you might not know this, but that was the first Downey contest. We were actually had wagers on how long the marriage would last, and I guessed 50. And 50 days. Boy, was I wrong. You lasted 50 years, and we think the key to that success is always dealing with adversity with laughter. And we have a couple of examples to illustrate that. Barbara?
Mine's from Shay's wedding, and I just remember how it was decided to go over to Ireland to have this wedding. All of Michael's family could be there, and of course it probably wouldn't be as expensive since things might be a little less in Ireland. And when 150 people showed up for the wedding, I guess I understand, Paul, that you paid maybe for about a third of those tickets. And so we're sitting at the very, very conclusion of the entire day, the week. It was so wonderful watching, everyone dancing and having fun. And I'm sitting next to you when several waiters walk by, and on these trays they have lots of things to eat, sandwiches and all kinds of hors d'oeuvres or whatever. And just about that time you look up and you see all of these things being served, and you turned and said, "Who in the hell is paying for that?"
Well, I have a similar story. It was Lake Tahoe, and this truck drives up, and your brother Ed had just delivered what I would guess is a $10,000 club car golf cart, and you had a big smile came over your face, at least I think it was a smile, and you said, well, who the hell is paying for that? Anyway, happy anniversary. We wish you well and hope to see you soon. Okay, cut. Okay, who are we doing next?
Jeannie.
Jeannie? No. Let's do Joey.
Okay.
Action.
I understand the reason why Paul's sentimental, 'cause so am I. She's delightful, she's delicious, she's lovely. He was flying high in a tropical sky, when down in that pool someone caught his eye. She's delightful, she's delicious, she's lovely. You can tell at a glance that Paul's crazy for a romance. You can hear dear Debbie Downey murmuring low, "Let yourself go, so please be sweet, my chickadee." And when he kisses, just say "Wowee!" Then move to Vacaville and be happy. It's delectable, it's delirious, it's dilemma, it's the limit, it's deluxe, it's de-lovely.
Who knew when we moved here 29 years ago that the first person I met would lead to an incredible friendship through business, through golf, through community service, through Rotary, through countless parties, and to a friendship that I cherish more than you realize. Yes, you two were the first people that Billy and I met in this wonderful town. So in the Rotary tradition, I say to you, go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Going to the chapel of love. And we do love you.
Paul and Debbie, this is your 50-year flashback. Memories with a song of singing,
feels the way we die. You can make the mountains rain, or make the angels cry. Those are birdies on the way, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody gets together, try to love one another right now.
Happy anniversary.
Hi, Deb and Paul. We're here in Connecticut, all ready to celebrate your 50th wedding anniversary.
Yay!
Yay! You can see we're really excited about it and wish we could be there to celebrate with you in person, but not happening, at least in February. So we thought we would send this little video and let you know that we are thinking of you on this day and have asked about having a mass said for you to celebrate this momentous occasion. It brings back fond memories of celebrating Mom and Dad's in Tahoe, however many years ago. But just wanted to say hi and say congratulations. What an amazing accomplishment.
Hopefully this summer we can celebrate together in Tahoe. If all things work out, remains to be seen. But I also wanted to say congratulations on winning the Downey family, or leading in the Downey family, all the Downey children's grandchildren with 7. That's pretty amazing. And 4 wonderful children also. But you guys, I missed your wedding, but I guess I wasn't around then. I'm sure I wasn't. But we got married in the same place 7 years later. So I feel like
we
I've
know
been
the
there.
experience.
I feel like I've been there. I was there. But anyway, congratulations, and I hope you guys weather this storm as well as and hopefully we do too. So congratulations.
See you in Tahoe. See you soon. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mr. and Mrs. McGuire, happy 50th anniversary. Wow, you guys, quite a milestone, 50 years. You guys are amazing people. We love you, we appreciate you. One of the things we appreciate the most is just how family-oriented you are. And by family, we don't just mean by blood. You guys open your home to everybody, really, and we feel fortunate to be a part of that. So happy anniversary.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for being an inspiration to us all. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, it's take 5. Happy anniversary, Deb and Paul. One of our very fondest memories of you was early on in your marriage. You were still living at Edgewood Drive, and Shay was just a little one. And we had a lot of fun activities, including...
We went up to Tahoe for some gambling and a show. I think it might have been Tom Jones.
Woo!
We had a nice raft trip down Cache Canyon. And even though Paul was the pilot in the family, we celebrated, I think it was Deb's birthday, by giving her a glider ride, even though Shay was as young as she was. So it was a very memorable time.
It was. So happy anniversary. I'm sure there'll be many more. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy anniversary. 50 years, big deal. So I think my favorite memory of you, Uncle Paul, is we were playing tennis. It was Will and I versus you and Aunt Ellen. And Aunt Ellen was serving, you were at the net, and Aunt Ellen served up a softball on her second serve, and I absolutely crushed it into your back. And when you turned around, I'm pretty sure I saw the wrath of God. But you kept your composure, and you guys beat the hell out of us. But end of the game, after the game was over, you sat me down and taught me some tennis etiquette, and I appreciate that. That was awesome. And Deb, I don't know if you know this, but you actually taught me how to play golf. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, it was at Glenbrook, and it was me, you, and Dave, and you taught me how to swing the club. You taught me how to hit the ball. You let me tee up in the fairway, much to Dave's chagrin. But it was an awesome day, and I really, really appreciate it. So much love to you guys. Congratulations on 50. That's an amazing accomplishment, and yeah, happy anniversary. Love you. Bye.
50 years? Are you kidding me? You guys have squeezed so much life into the last 5 decades together. It's truly exhausting to think about. I personally have been the benefactor of so much free life advice from Uncle Paul, countless late night philosophical discussions with Aunt Deb, and everything in between. Thank you both for setting such a high standard of what marriage and partnership should look like that we can all aspire to. So cheers to you, celebrating you from afar, and can't wait to be together to celebrate in person at some point soon. Love you both.
Hi, Paul and Debbie from Joy Swank. Sorry I can't hold Jerry down to make this video with me. Mask should remind you of the quarantine we're in. I've known you 42 years, Debbie, my gosh, and the one thing I remember about you is you're so kind. You're so kind, patient, happy. You've been wonderful to work with. First memory is when I rented a house from you guys. You told me I needed to pick all the weeds out of the front lawn, but okay. How we ended up business partners in 2 vacation homes, I can't exactly remember, but I'm very lucky to have you as partners. Again, because you're so kind and patient. Paul, what I remember about you is how good you are at these Tahoe meetings. Whenever Debbie makes a mistake, hard to believe, but now and then she makes a mistake, you immediately cover for her. You never criticize her, never talk bad against her. I think that's so wonderful. You appreciate how hard she works, and that has been really great. I remember Jerry came home said, well, we've got a business deal with this guy named Paul McGuire. Jerry admired how smart you are, Paul, in business. So we've really enjoyed working with you. Seeing each other's children grow up, grandchildren grow up. Our daughters are next door neighbors, good grief. Congratulations, 50 years.
Uncle Paul and Aunt Debbie, happy 50th wedding anniversary. I am so happy for you both that you've made it to this milestone, and I wish I could celebrate with you guys in person. You know, when I think about you guys, I think about 2 different things. The first is more obvious, but I think about family, and then I think about faith. So I'll start with family. You know, I've always admired the incredibly strong family culture that you've built to get all of your kids together to live in Vacaville near you. Just says so much about the family bonds that you've built and the fact that your kids obviously love you so much, and you know they seem like good kids mostly. You know, you've got a couple problem kids here and there, but you know, what an amazing family you've built. And then the second thing, the faith, is maybe a little more complicated, but you know, I often, you know, let's just say I have a complicated relationship to faith and people who live their faith, because I don't have many examples of people that I really admire who pull it all off without, you know, strange, quirky politics and things that might happen. But, you know, with you guys, you have this incredible spiritualness to you, and you do good works in your community, and you do it quietly, and you go to church, and clearly you live to a code that I really admire. Luckily, I've married into a family that is also of faith and does that as well. But it is unusual for me to find that, to really admire your spiritual life and how you both lived in a way that I admire. So cheers to you both. Congratulations. And I hope to see you in person before too long, when the world's a bit more normal. Congratulations.
Happy anniversary, Deb and Paul. Love you so much. You've always been a great role model, not only to me, but everyone I know that's ever been in contact with you. Hope you have a great 50th. And here's Jeannie.
Happy anniversary, McGuires. Love you. Just wanted to say thank you for being mentors and welcoming us to California when you did. And I was laughing thinking about how it was almost 50 years ago. Well, obviously, 50 years ago when we walked down the aisle. Anyway, I love you both, and I hope we get to see and hug you soon. Okay, hope you have a wonderful celebration and lots of people participate. Okay, love you. Bye.
팝스와 크크의 결혼 50주년을 축하합니다. 예! Happy anniversary, Pops and Cuckoo. I love you.
Anniversary, 50 years. Ooh, I remember 25 like it was yesterday, celebrating that with you, and that was also a special occasion, and I wish that on this special occasion we could all be together to do the same. But I just wanted to say that when I became a part of your extended family, you welcomed me, and I so appreciate that, and I so have enjoyed watching the two of you guys. You taught me a lot about relationships. At the time that we met, I had been divorced twice, needed some guidance perhaps in relationships, and watching you guys really helped me. You love each other, but you have not swallowed up each other. Each of you are still your own true self, and you watch each other be a full person as opposed to the two of you becoming one. You are two, and you've really taught me a lot about that, and that's helped me. And then when I got married again 23 years ago, so I guess your advice helped. But Paul, specifically, you gave me some advice at that time, and you said there were 3 things that were the absolute secret to a perfect or successful marriage. Yes, dear. You're right, dear. You're always right, dear. That advice has helped. Anyway, happy anniversary. I love you both, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Happy anniversary, Deb and Paul. If Deb's 70th birthday was any indication, I'm sure the 50th anniversary celebration would have been a blast. Hopefully we can do it after the fact. I would love to hear stories from your friends. We know all the ones from the family, but hope you have an amazing anniversary in Vacaville with the 4 kids and countless grandkids. So enjoy. We love you guys.
It's hard to believe as we gather together that 50 long years have gone by since that fateful moment so very long ago. Paul and Deb stood eye to eye.
Much has happened over these years as now they celebrate their time together. Their skin has wrinkled, their hair has grayed, with each no longer as light as a feather.
Vietnam almost 49 years ago. We shared a dangerous and difficult life. But what I remember most there is that Paul couldn't keep track. When he came home before me, I told him, "Stop by the house." But when Judy saw him in full uniform,
I locked the door. I thought Bruce was dead.
after I returned to the States and they bought a home and Paul asked me to help build the fence, the post hole digger whirred and then it stopped. Down the bank and into the creek.
Later, on a sunny, warm Easter Sunday, we returned to their home after Mass. Daiquiris and front lawn cartwheels seemed then a perfect good way to pass the day.
We had late night jacuzzis with very close friends as we celebrated the last minutes of December. We welcomed drop-in visitors very formally attired, but any specifics I can no longer remember.
We have shared so many years together, making too many memories to recall, but it seems each adventure together put another brick into our friendship wall. We had the family rafting in the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon.
There's a motley trio.
Grand Canyon. Then we had the wedding in Ireland and births in the US. Ireland. Great. Ireland. Great. And as late, the train ride through the Canadian Rockies. And all have made our close bond today.
Going through all the changes in our lives as we each nurtured our family tree has led us all to this happy day and becoming who we were born to be.
Yeah, yep. Love ya. Bye.
Good evening, Deb and Paul. This is Jess, better known as Maureen's dad. And I'm just wishing you a happy anniversary. 50 years is a long time looking ahead on your wedding day. But 50 years looking back seems to go by pretty fast, doesn't it? It takes a lot of love, trust, and dedication to be able to reach this milestone that you have reached. And I'm sure it's because you have a very successful and loving relationship. Mary and I celebrated our 50th anniversary 10 years ago in San Francisco, courtesy of our children who arranged the whole thing. But of course, with the COVID restrictions nowadays, you can't do anything like that. I'm sure Shay, though, will find a way to have some kind of a celebration, which will include videos like this one, which I think you'll thoroughly enjoy. So again, a happy anniversary, or happy golden anniversary, I should say, and all the best in the world to you. Good luck in the future. Your friend and neighbor, Jess.
Hi, Aunt Deb and Uncle Paul. It's your favorite nephew, Dave Buck. In case you don't know who I am, to remind you who your favorite is. Happy 50th. Congrats. That is an amazing accomplishment, and both you are amazing people. Always appreciate how much you showed and taught me about golf and tennis. Probably many of the same lessons that my parents tried to tell me, but so much easier coming from someone else, and it definitely stuck, you know, holding a toothpaste or holding a little bird for your golf club, and always enjoyed that. Deb always staying up late night, playing extra round of OHL or poker or other stuff with the kids, getting to know us better. Paul loved always playing catch with you in Tahoe, frisbee, or football in the lake, though it seems like every once in a while you'd always throw the ball too far, a little too short, and make me dive and get extra wet for it, or force me to plunge my whole body in there. But love you guys, you know, amazing what you've done marriage-wise and for the town of Vacaville, and cool to see what your kids are doing now and carrying on the torch. Love you guys much and hope to see you soon.
Hi, Debbie, Paul. I just want to say happy anniversary. I am so sorry that we're not there right now, but soon enough we will celebrate together. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hey, Mom and Dad. Happy 50-year anniversary. We wanted to express our love to you in the form of a poem. Hit it, Santa. Thank you for creating this family tree. After 50 years, I ponder how you're still more active than Christine and me. It started in 1971 when you met. Your story was paused until Paul was considered a Vietnam vet. Thankfully, Uncle Sam sent you to Travis Air Force Base so I could meet Christine and create Sienna's beautiful face. Raising 4 kids is no small feat. One is hard enough, but what psycho would want to repeat? And I'm not just talking about the 4 MCGs. You can't leave out Children's Network, Christmas Wish, O House, and countless other charities. We're all truly grateful for the example you set. Your bond's more ironclad than Elise. That's triple net.
To all who know you, you're an inspiration. We know your successes are a result of hard work and perspiration. Individually, it's apparent you're both quite wise, But in marriage, you've shown it's about compromise. Family, faith, and service have been your tenets. It's no wonder you've been such stellar parents. Tennis, golf, and pickleball are your proclivities. Is the secret to a happy marriage having multiple activities? I'll end with my favorite Paul and Deb lessons. Invest today and be flexible to life's variations. We love you both, and we're very inspired by your marriage goals for sure.
All right, love you, Mom and Dad. Happy 50th.
Congratulations.
We are here to offer a toast to Paul and Deb McGuire for their 50th wedding anniversary.
We're excited to be celebrating with you. You are both forces of nature, and your dedication to the people of Vacaville is without parallel. Knowing you for over 40 years has been a lot of fun, whether it was golfing, working on community events and causes, celebrating milestones, and more.
So to a half century of love of each other, your family, your friends, and for this community, we drink to your continued health, happiness, and a marriage of many more years. Welcome to the 50 Club.
Congratulations.
Hi, this is Barb DeBevick here at K-Love Radio, here to celebrate Paul and Deb McGuire's 50th anniversary. Amazing! 50 years, 5 decades, 18,262 days, and you both look so young. Well, we all know that love grows when you share it, and obviously you've shared it a lot. You have 4 great kids, but you've shared it not only with each other, but with that big and always entertaining family of yours, loads of fabulous friends, and you've shared it with your community. Together, you've been a powerful force. Together, you are amazing. Well, let's face it, you have always been trendsetters, I understand. Deb, you started that whole mask thing back in, 1986? Who knew that it would go worldwide? And Paul, who knew what a trendsetter you were, that you would match aviator glasses with that bedsheet ensemble? Truly amazing. So, anything to add, you two? I know, an occasion like this can render even Paul and Deb speechless, but just know that many people celebrate you and the love and the joy and the goodness you've brought to Vacaville. Not to mention the cases and cases and cases of Chardonnay. Well, continue with all the laughter and all the fun and all the love and all the joy. And happy anniversary, you two. I love you. And this is Barb signing off from K-Love Radio, where love is always in the air.
Happy
anniversary. Hey, Paul. Happy anniversary to 2 of our favorite people on the planet.
50 years. Who would have ever thought? Well, with you two, I guess everybody knew that you two would reach 50 years married. Caroline and I don't think there's a standing chance biologically, but hopefully we do.
So, here's the thing. We made notes. First of all, I want to thank you for adopting me as a family member and inviting me to so many holidays that require family when I really didn't feel like I had one of my own.
And I'm so grateful that you embraced both Tommy and me in your large hugs of embracing people and bringing them in and making us all feel loved and special.
And then there are favorite memories, which start based on a Thanksgiving holiday with Tom and Marky, your Tom and Marky, dragging Tommy Hunt all over the downstairs area, living area, by his foot.
And boy, he needs some big brothers to kind of keep him in line these days, but
are they still available?
yeah,
We'll arrange something.
Maybe slap him around a little bit. Maybe good. As far as I feel, he could use some guidance.
Which he's not willing to accept from Dad.
that's a whole different meeting, and as soon as COVID's over, we'll get there. So your turn.
Then there was the invaluable advice that you, Paul, gave me that I've repeated numerous times, both at family meetings with you and your family, but also to many others that are close to me. And it is the advice you gave me that has probably helped keep Carolyn and I a tight couple for, forever, right? Half as long as you guys did.
23 years in July.
Up, yeah.
On the 4th of July, and I didn't think we should get married on the 4th, but thank you, Paul, for that.
Yeah, Shastina. Funny thing is, we found a Shastina golf ball in our backyard this summer, and it was like, where did this come from?
Kismet.
It was Kismet.
It's all off script. Go.
Yeah. So anyways, just want to thank you for giving me the advice of, yes, dear, you're right, dear. You're always right, dear. It has probably saved me so many arguments and cold nights on the couch that I can't even keep count of.
Because he says it with so much condescension and sarcasm that you have to laugh. So, Deborah D., I would be remiss in not thanking you for one of my greatest memories in my life. And that is your offer to be a surrogate mother to a child that I might have as my own, but it was 2 years after you'd had a hysterectomy. So I have no doubt that if anybody on the planet could pull this off, it would be you. Miraculous Madonna that you are. But again, it didn't happen. It couldn't happen. It would be an aberration if it did happen.
It didn't happen. I mean, just for our sake, because Tommy's a handful.
But here's the thing, not having that child just pales in comparison to being able, that's probably not the right thing to say. I don't know. Here's the thing, we adore you guys, we love you, and we're so grateful to feel like we're part of your family. And we hope we are. And we hope to get to see you many more times and spend lots more holidays with you.
So with that, we just say happy 50th anniversary.
Happy 50th anniversary.
Cheers.
Cheers. We love you guys. Mwah.
Hey, you two. Hi, McGuires.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Debbie. Happy anniversary.
Pandemic anniversary.
Nice pandemic anniversary.
We're making sure that we're safe and not giving you anything, so I thought we'd wear our masks.
Yes.
But, hello.
Hello.
No
Goodbye.
longer. Yeah, goodbye.
Ta-da.
How exciting that you're having your 50th anniversary. It's a lot of work, right?
Yes, it is. Deb, I hope Paul gets you something really nice because you
and expensive.
You deserve it for putting up with him for all these years.
Yep.
So anyway,
we just want to wish you guys the best and congratulate you on 50 years. Hopefully, we'll be out of this stupid pandemic before long and you can celebrate like you would have.
Yes. Have a glass of wine for us.
Please do. Drink up.
Drink up.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Happy anniversary. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Deb and Paul. 50 years. Whoa and wow. As Ed, Jim, and I pondered how to do this video, we agreed to start at the beginning of Paul's childhood, which led to his high school and Holy Cross and meeting the famous Deb. I interviewed Ed and Jim pretty extensively. They couldn't be here today, but they spent a lot of time downloading great stories from their childhood, which was supposed to be your childhood, but basically it's about their childhood. But we still think you'd really like these stories, and they put a smile on your face. Jim couldn't be here because there isn't an early bird flight home on the Zoom website. And Ed couldn't be here because it took too long to explain who you are. Of course, it's been so long that it's hard to remember who exactly was where or the exact timing of things, but our hope is this puts a smile on your face. As you know, Dad worked for an electronics company way before anyone even knew what that was. So he ended up bringing home the first TV, probably in all of Milton, where all your friends would gather in their parents to watch things like Howdy Doody, Cheyenne, and the Mickey Mouse Club, which led all three of you to have massive crushes on Annette Funicello. One day, Jim wondered how old she was, and you piped up with, and I quote, "She must be at least 15 years old because she has boobs." Ed and Jim agreed they didn't know what those were. When you were little, our parents played bridge with the Norwoods, who lived next door. This is Elton Road, I think 57. Elton Road, before I was born. Dad hooked up some sort of intercom system with a clock that tick-tocked loudly so that he'd know it was working. So if you guys cried or woke up, they'd know. Whether they came home then is unknown. Whether you were actually there then, also unknown. But the whole intercom thing was ingenious. And also I was kind of thinking might have been a role model for you and Debbie selecting babysitters for your own kids later on in life, but I digress. This was the age of the polio pandemic and duck and cover in classrooms, children who are in classrooms. Sorry. One constant theme is how cranky Dad was all the time. Jim says the three of you would walk into a room calmly, a lamp would fall over, and cranky Dad would declare an excess of energy. This meant various and usually horrible outside manual labor chores like the stone wall. Ed, Tommy, Uncle Bud, and Dad, with weeks of planning, start the infamous wall one Saturday morning. Unclear to Ed if Jim was there. Unclear with Jim, who was certain he was there, if you were there. Unclear to Ed that you were really there at all. Regardless, it was really hard work, so when Dad and Uncle Bud took off to get more supplies, you guys took off to Hogan's to get ice cream, like a half-gallon or something. Easy to hide, but promptly, of course, was caught by Dad, which caused another cranky verbal exchange complete with more chores. The Cape. Dad's first boat was the Shirley Sea, a 20-foot inboard, which Dad would take everyone out on Saturday mornings during the summer. He'd come down from Milton on Friday nights after work and go back Sunday. There were very, very strict rules about never taking the boat out alone without Dad. However, you three, well, definitely Ed and Jim, decided that in fact it would be a very cool thing to do this as often as possible. The three of you would ride your bikes to Allen Harbor. So Ed's too young to drive. Paul, you couldn't have been 6 or 7. And you take the boat out. This is without GPS or anything. Maybe it had a steering wheel, you know. Somehow none of you got caught, and somehow no one fell overboard. Pretty ballsy. At the Cape Cottage on Birch Hill Road, the kitchen sink had a hand pump from the well, and the phone had a party line, so everybody could hear everything. I guess you picked up the phone and people were in mid-conversation or something. The Reagans and Connors lived across the street where the apparently gorgeous Maureen Connor, who Ed and Jim vividly remember, lived. Ed and Jim had massive crushes on her and were pretty upset to see her boyfriend, Bobby DeMarco, hanging around. They guess you had a crush as well. It was amazing how the names were so vivid in their memories, but Paul, not too sure. The power frequently went out. There was no TV or anything, so you'd read by lanterns. Also, the drive to the Cape took 4 hours, says Jim. 3 hours, says Ed, and they are pretty sure you were there too. Mom and Dad smoked, and Jim and Ed would promptly throw up each trip. They think you did too. This is all while Dad was driving very aggressively, tailgating, swerving on a 2-lane road through all the towns. The Wee Packet, owned by Fat Bob, fried clams, funny sayings that he'd put on these shades that he'd pull down, like keep your mouth shut when you eat and keep the insults to yourself, leave when you're done. You know, New England hospitality at its finest. Different cement wall on Marshall Road is where Dad put up a basketball hoop. All the kids would come over and play there, but if you ran up and missed the basket, you smashed into the cement wall. So naturally, Ed and Jim, and they're pretty sure Paul was there, would get shoved on purpose into said wall all the time. One thing Jim remembers, Ed's not sure, is that you had the nickname Spider. I've never heard that one. Jim thinks that's because you were fast, perhaps due to being chased by said brothers. That's a new one for me. Back on Elton Road, Ed recalls how he was always getting into fights. He says Jim was there, and with Mouse McDonough and Bernie McCabe, they would proceed to actively look for fights. One time, the cops showed up and asked who started this, and Ed said Jim did. And man, Dad let Ed have it. And I quote, Never ever rat on your brother. I don't care if he kills someone. Never rat on your brother again. Speaking of, Ed came home one day pretty banged up and told Dad Charlie Lasciuto beat him up. Dad made Ed go knock on his door, take him into his yard, and hit him because that's just what you do. Fast forward in time, and Ed actually has a Paul memory. Whoa! Phoenix Flight School, you and Ed having dinner, and you saying that you just learned to always calmly depend on flight instruments, not your instincts, because you won't know if you're upside down, and by all means, don't hyperventilate. And I quote, "Of course, the instruments could be fucked up and then you're screwed." The first time I met Deb, I was 14. I had rollers in my hair for my first prom, and I came into the living room to see Deb doing a handstand. I still remember, Debbie, what you had on, actually. Khaki shorts and sneakers and some kind of Lacoste shirt thing. Very preppy. Dinners, visits, and then the wedding when I was 16. I think Deb had a boyfriend stand in case Paul didn't make it from Texas where he got his wings that day. I remember later, after the wedding, cutting off some massive limb on a pine tree, decorating it as a Christmas tree, packing it up, and making Mom ship it to you in Vietnam. I remember putting tinsel on it and these breakable ornaments that were probably really ugly, but I was pissed off about the war. I was marching against the war, and it was important to me that you have a Christmas. I think it arrived very, very dead and very late, but maybe was appreciated. Anyway, you two have been such an important part of my life, starting when I first moved out here at age 22 into your newly built house, where I got my first driver's license in your Jaguar that kept breaking down, when Shay was little and Paul was a baby. How great that you let me do that. Really unbelievable. Life moved on, and back I came in 2008 or 9 to live with you again for just a month or so. And who is there throughout with constant advice, some good, and a helping hand always, but you and Deb always helping me. And who stepped in to organize my wedding shower, my rehearsal dinner, and all manner of wedding details, but Deb. The both of you mean so much to me. I want to say I love you both. But I think you can tell from this effort in this story that it's pretty obvious you've been main characters in my life. But Ed and Jim, you were more of sort of an extra or maybe a prop at best. What was Paul's favorite food? Who were his friends? Sports, likes, dislikes, who did he hang out with, was met with, and I swear to God, complete silence. Or, I don't know, or he was just there. From your siblings to you, Paul, and to the woman who has stood by you for 50 years. Happy, happy anniversary. We love you both. Bye.
Dear Deb and Paul, it's important to recognize that only 5 to 6% of the United States citizens, according to our Census Bureau, survive 50 years of marriage.
How the hell did you do it? Well, we have a hunch.
Perhaps, Deb, it was that initial period of separation while Paul served distinguished duty in the Air Force in Vietnam and places that are unknown to all of us, because if he told us, he'd have to kill us. But then there was wine.
Or perhaps it was when you moved to that small, sleepy town and raised your 4 uniquely active children in our town. But then, of course, there was wine.
There was wine. Or perhaps for the two of you, it was your commitment to social justice. Children's Network, St. Vincent de Paul, Onion Festival and Onion Dances, O House, White Hot, Christmas Wish, just to name a few. But then there was wine.
Always wine. Perhaps it was your fingerprints that were left on city politics and real estate, school district healthy eating, or St. Mary's or Notre Dame school. But then there's always wine.
And then, of course, there's your new neighbors, your grandchildren, all of whom are attending Notre Dame school that you helped develop and fundraise for. Oh, I forgot. They go to Montessori school in Davis.
Waldorf in Davis.
Waldorf school. But then there was wine.
Or perhaps it was the cherry on your anniversary cake. That was the pandemic that gave you lots and lots of time together. And then there was wine.
Congratulations to the two of you, you 5 or 6 percenters, for sticking together for a half a century.
We wish them the best of luck for the next 50, and I hope there's lots of wine. Cheers.
Cheers.
So we are the siblings that they gave birth to, and I thought maybe this would be a good time for us to say, wow, we're all married.
That's something.
Sure made it, guys. Sure made it.
I mean, is there like a recipe that they have? Like, how do you make it to 50 years?
I love butter, y'all.
So do I.
Keeps your skin moist.
How do you not kill your significant other? How do you have like the patience to like keep going? And what do you think it is?
I think waterbeds. Well, in the beginning.
For sure.
True love, you heard him? True love is the greatest thing in the world. Except for a nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
Maybe it's really about social distancing. Maybe it's like
it's social distancing.
Maybe
It
it's
cures
social-
COVID and it keeps you married for
Keeps
50
you married
years.
for 50 years. Okay. I don't know, Tommy, you got any insights into mom and dad?
You know, I have a short-term memory like dad, I think. So every morning I wake up, it's like boom, clean slate,
Groundhog Day,
like every day.
Brand new
I
day,
remember.
50 first dates.
Ned Ryerson.
She beats him. We don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
you know.
it's true.
It's true.
She's got a good processor in there. She can process it, and
Mhm.
internalize it, and just it's like one part English muffin, one part tea. Wash it down short at night, shake, and then the next morning, good to go. And Dad's got that amnesia, like you're saying. That's why you're so successful. 'Cause
Yeah.
you wake up fresh every
Every
day.
day.
Get fresh every day.
You can't
And
be
you go to
slipping
the
out
same
hanging out.
places because you don't want to be thrown off, right?
And I don't remember what it tasted like the day before, so I could eat the same restaurant every day.
Right,
It's
not get
awesome.
sick
Like,
of
this,
it.
this is pretty good. Have you guys tried Lamborghini?
So I
Have you had
think we're
English
like
muffin before?
we're getting down to social distancing, lots of activities, amnesia, lots of TV
Shows.
because your
Programs.
life is then described and illustrated through the movies.
The Truman Show! Yeah! Good morning!
Well, the shows and the movies are another form of social distancing because you're physically close, but you're not talking to each other.
Got it.
Which is like being apart, which makes the heart grow fonder.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
I see.
Well, I
Case
think
cracked.
that we've figured this out, Mom and Dad.
Code is cracked.
I think the code is cracked. I think that we're going to take some tips from you guys and make sure that we make it to 50 with our significant others. And happy anniversary. We all love you.
Happy anniversary, guys. We love you.
Make it a good one.
Apparently, because we didn't move very far away from home, you've done a really good job.
I'm not social distancing. We'll see you on Super Bowl. Inside. Sharing
Have a
links.
huge party. All right. Love it. Okay, bye.
Love you.
Hi, Aunt Deb and Uncle Paul. Thanks so much for everything that you've done for me being the godparents, and also happy 50th anniversary. You know, that's a lot to say. Hopefully I make it to 50 years old. Woo! Love you, yeah.
Happy anniversary, Deb and Paul. 50 years, what a wonderful milestone, which I think calls for a limerick. So I wrote you one. Here goes. 50 years of the couple McGuires, whom all of Vaca loves and admires. Raised 4 plus 2 extra young ladies who stole Nary a brand new Mercedes. Didn't happen. Deb and Paul on Tranquility Lane. Tahoe and Aptos escapes kept them sane. Paul's lasting advice for an ache? Ah, you're fine. Go stick it in the lake. Golf time, tennis time, book time galore, plus charity and kindness, pure hearts to their core. For you, we break out the bubbly and pour. Happy golden, and cheers to many more. Love you both. Happy anniversary.
The Ballad of Deb and Paul. A date at Holy Cross provided the spark. Paul stalked her to the slopes and offered his heart. Deb wasn't sure, but she came to concur that a guy who crashes planes might hang with her. You go 50 years and what do you get? Lots of old stories, though, who gives a shit? You're ready to tell them at the drop of a dime. They just get better every single time. They were wed in purchase among quite a few. Nixon couldn't make it and nearly Paul too. If Deb showed up was anyone's guess. Paul was never sure if she even said yes. They did 50 years of active sports. New joints, aches, and pains of various sorts. St. Peter won't be calling 'cause he heard it from God. There won't be much help on heaven's golf squad. It may be a time for shuffling and dribbling, but their minds stay sharp, listening all of Deb's siblings, with 4 of their own and 7 by them. Gatherings are fun if you can get a word in. If you make 50 years, then one thing is clear. You both learned early how to say yes, dear. Deb must have worried about placement cost, 'cause Paul's the only thing that she never has lost. They built their house and lives on solid rock. Decades of care to the Vacaville flock. Uniquely different with great big hearts. Their union is greater than the sum of their parts. If you go 50 years, you know what's in store. Everyone rooting for 50 more. Let's give them a toast and ourselves high fives that we all get to be a part of their lives. Da 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 da. Happy 50th!
Hi, Deb and Paul, and congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. That is amazing. I am honored to be able to call you surrogate parents. Your house was always so warm and welcoming when we were growing up, complete with giant vats of peanut butter and boxes of famous Amos cookies. I can only hope that my house will be seen as equally warm and loving and welcoming to my kids' friends. Thank you for modeling 50 years of what a great partnership looks like. Fun and friendship, respect and adoration, unwavering support of one another and your children and those around you. Those in your life are truly blessed to have known you and bear witness to this lovely milestone. So cheers to you, enjoy, and I hope to get to see you again sometime very soon. Bye.
Hi, Tom Chapin here. Little song for you guys. I see you as the wild wind blows through your hair. You made this song a prayer. You made me surrender. You taught me the tender and true. Now I'm losing myself in you. I ain't gonna worry no more. Nothing that needs to be done. I'm not gonna fight, not gonna run, Nothing new under the sun, except one and one makes one. One and one. They said it could not be done, but I know one and one makes one. 50 years. That's great. Congratulations, Paul and Debbie. Stay safe and keep sailing.
Paul and Deb, happy anniversary. 50 years. Congratulations, guys. That's so amazing. One thing I remember growing up that I most appreciate about you guys is you welcomed me to your house every single day. You were my second family, second mom and dad, and you know, there was a lot of times that you probably didn't want me over there, but I was anyway. So thank you very much for being my second family growing up. Funniest or memories of Paul and Deb. I always remember Deb just saving the world, and you know, youth taking out tobacco, always super busy, coming in the house with her hair on fire, you know, busy with all sorts of things. You know, driving me and Mark around in that Volvo in that back seat. And Paul, gosh, yelling at me on the golf course, follow through. You know, he helped out my golf game quite a bit. But you know, you two are such a loving couple, and you've created this loving family and a loving environment that you know, anyone that you guys interact with, you bring them in, and you know, you bring them closer to you, and you make an impact on everyone that you reach out to. So thank you for being that couple and that family for me. I love you guys very much, and happy 50th wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary! Congratulations on 50 years. I love you both so much and hope you have a great day.
Happy anniversary, Deb and Paul. I am inspired by your lovingness, your givingness, and your ability to create such a dynamic family and a strong connection to your community. I wish you many more years of health and love and happiness, and I love you both. Happy anniversary.
Is this thing rolling? That's lost on the young crowds these days. So 50 years, golden anniversary. You two are such an inspiration. I always remember back our first meeting at the bottom of our driveway after we first moved into the neighborhood. We were still thinking about whether we should have a little get together for a Christmas party, and you know, Deb's enthusiasm, and which is infectious, kind of helped solidify our plans, and hence the first neighborhood party. And then I remember, you know, time spent in Tahoe. Yes, Paul, that's when we brought the drink machines. And just the joy we've all had together. You two have been so welcoming, and it's been fun. And can't wait for a lot more time together in the future. We've always been thankful of how you guys include us at charity events. You know, we have our movie nights here, which are fun. Thanksgiving dinners, where I'm always trying to prepare for Bet's arrival. And the only thing I can ever get out is that I'm thankful for family and friends who are like family. You two truly do feel like family, and the energy and the hearts that you guys have it's commendable. It's just amazing. And we're very happy that we're included in this anniversary tribute. You know, it's also commendable how each of you separately and together are active participants in your children and your grandchildren's life. You know, living examples showing the respective relationship, of family, of love, you know, things that you just can't learn in a book. You two are both truly giving people, and it's just amazing. And whatever magic you both have found, keep it up. It's working. Awesome. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. We send our love to you both. Continue taking care of each other. Stay healthy, stay safe. Cheers. And we can't wait to do this in person. Love you guys.
Happy anniversary, Deb and Paul! Greetings from chilly yet sunny Lake Tahoe. Have a great time.
Deb, Dad, happy 50th wedding anniversary. I had some really funny thing planned out that my husband did not think was funny at all. So, bye-bye. Your family, you guys, what you mean to me is everything. My oldest memory is probably your guys' house. My favorite memory is being in the trip that we went on. We went down the river, we all slipped over, and that is called the Grand Canyon. Sorry, mom brain. And after that went to Vegas. That was amazing. Deb, I have so many memories of you. I don't know if you remember them because we always were drinking wine, but staying up and just philosophizing about life and how we're gonna save the world. And I'm sure every single person that is actually in this tribute has the exact same thing about that with you. What makes you so special? Dad, Paul, I love you. And I love that you've always been right there and excited for me when it came to my acting. And that really means the world to me. And when I think about 50 years of being with somebody, I have no idea what that's like. I'm not even in 20 years deep. And to see you guys still happy and loving each other and making it work, it's pretty cool to see. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I love you guys, I love your family. I'm so glad to be a part of it, and I wish you guys all the best. Love you.
Well, happy 50th anniversary, Deb and Paul. I want to say that we both appreciate you guys. You guys are two of the most community-oriented couples that we know. You guys have done a lot for this town, and Vacaville owes you a huge debt of gratitude. I always remember you guys having an open house for us when we were growing up and in high school. Appreciated that. Paul Sr., you're one sharp dresser, heck of a golfer, and you got the sweetest rides. You built a nice little real estate empire in this town. And Deb, I really remember fondly the year that Ryan Schmidt and I got to work for you in tobacco education and prevention. It was an awesome experience and kind of set me on my career path. So we both want to wish you a very happy anniversary. 50 years is no joke. And here's to 50 more. All right. Take care. We love you guys.
Hi, Deb and Paul. Happy golden anniversary. Congratulations on such a beautiful milestone. I hiked up to one of my favorite spots to make a toast to my favorite couple, who I'm blessed to call family. Through the years, we've had so many great memories. Our trip to the Grand Canyon, Ireland, and who can forget all the wonderful times we've had at the beach. And although I will cherish all those times together, my favorite memories growing up are the times at your house. We'd all pack up, drive to Vacaville, and getting to Tranquility Lane. It was like going to Disneyland. We loved it. We had such a great time. It's full of happiness, joy, love, friendships, and just complete chaos, and I'm sure a little trouble as well. Watching your friendship with my parents has been a joy too. We still wonder what really happened back in the day, but we'll just move on from that. I love that our kids have all remained friends and have the same type of closeness, and I look forward to all the memories with them too. I adore your kind, loving souls that are filled with compassion, honesty, acceptance, leadership, and extensive generosity to family, friends, and your community. We're all better people because of you. Cheers to 50 years, and here's to many more. I can't wait to celebrate with you guys, and I love you.
Paul and Deb, happy 50th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. What an amazing accomplishment. You guys continue to set the bar very high and are wonderful role models to the whole community of Vacaville, all of us, not just for being able to be married, staying married for 50 years, but also all the philanthropy you guys do for the local community. It's awesome, and you guys know how amazing you guys are. Favorite memories of us? Gosh, we have so many. I was thinking about it. Probably my favorite memories that came to mind were just spending the summer times in the house, at your house, swimming in the pool, ordering all the pizzas all those years. That was great as a kid. All the amazing times we had at the Aptos Beach House, which I appreciate so much, and now my kids are really enjoyed their trip there, so that's so amazing. And then the other thing I couldn't forget about was just all the trips, whether in town or to Paul's basketball games all over the Northern California, but riding backwards in the back of the Volvo. So many memories. So again, happy 50th anniversary, celebrate it, you guys deserve it, and hopefully we can see you soon.
Congratulations, Deb and Paul, on 50 years. I've known you my whole life. You've known me your whole marriage. I remember all the days back in Vacaville, every other weekend, like going to Vacaville, seeing Deb and Paul and everybody. And one of my earliest memories back then was all of us going down the hill on Tranquility Lane, and Shay going down about 20 miles an hour, losing control and falling over to handlebars. I remember it happening like it just happened yesterday. I remember Paul comforting Shay, saying, Shay, we have many, many bikes, but there's only one Shay. We need to give her a big hug. I totally remember that moment. Fast forwarding, I think the next big memory is the Grand Canyon trip for my 30th birthday a couple of years ago. That was a blast, meeting more of the McGuire family, and going on the river in Las Vegas, and everything about that. And I think it's so awesome how our families, for like now 3 generations, have become so close to each other, and you guys are family to us. I'm sure you're family to a lot of people. And what I really admire about you guys, and I feel honored to know you guys, is all the things you do for the community for decades now. Life-changing for so many people, and you've changed the world forever. So happy 50th wedding anniversary, Deb and Paul. Love you.
Happy anniversary, McGuires. Cheers to 50 years.
Paul and Debbie, congratulations on 50 years. A lot of us don't make it that far. Ed and I have done 55 plus, and you are now at the 50th. Most of the people we know are in second and third marriages. There's not many of us that have stayed together. You guys have been incredible. We admire you so much. You have a beautiful family, beautiful business you provided also jobs for your children, 7 grandchildren. You are so impressive, so involved with community, your charities. You've done so much. I don't know another couple that we admire more. And I'm quickly going to take you out to see Ed and Pool.